Hello again, Dwayne Huff, Band Leadership Seminars, and I'm glad that you joined me for this video because I want to address another thing that is really going to serve you as a student leader in the marching band, high school, college, in your concert season, your jazz band season, competition, solo and ensemble, as you set yourself apart as a leader. And obviously it's important to remember that we're not above or below anybody else, but we're equals. But the example we set really speaks to the old statement that says, a rising tide raises all ships. And when we raise ourselves, our attitude, our energy, our expectations, our belief, we can raise the level of performance of the people around us. I mean, think about this for a second. Have you ever been in a situation musically where the people around you, maybe this is in your band, if you're in college, you've probably seen a lot of this. It depends on how competitive and how much competition you have on your instrument, I think. But maybe it was in your band. Maybe it was at an all-state or all-region or solo and ensemble or drum and bugle corps over the summer, or just some situation where you've been surrounded by people. I'll give you an example. I went away probably my third year of college to a Jamie Aebersold camp. And if any jazzers out there know exactly what I'm talking about, Jamie Aebersold does a camp that's geared towards jazz. They teach us how to improvise, and whether we're beginners or we're advanced. They take us on the level we are and they teach us how to improvise. Well, here's the thing. People come from all over the country, even all over the world, to attend this camp. And when you're exposed to people, whether it's marching band, drum and bugle corps, jazz, but whatever the case is, solo and ensemble, when you're exposed to people that just are at a level of playing their instrument that you never even suspected, it's mind-blowing. I mean, on one level, and this is the part about leadership, you know, because it all comes down to how you receive it, right? I heard somebody say one time that life can either polish you or pulverize you, just like a grindstone for a diamond, depending on how you position yourself. Life can either polish you or pulverize you, depending on how you position yourself. And whenever we see somebody who plays better than us, maybe even plays better than the people who have taught us, we have a choice. We can say, oh my gosh, I'm terrible, I'm jealous, I don't want to be around this person, and we can go hide in a corner, which honestly I've been tempted to do on many occasions. Or we can take it for what it is and realize this is meant in our life to be inspiration, to encourage us and inspire us to go to a different level. I remember at Jamie Aebersold camp, it was the first time I was really ever exposed to people who were super talented, who weren't the stars or the gurus or the all-star musicians that I had been used to or listening to, like the John Coltrane's, the Charlie Parkers, and all the jazz people out there. Or in the drum and bugle corps space, Phantom Regiment or the Cavaliers or whoever your favorite drum and bugle corps is. Or in a marching band space, all the people who compete at Bands of America, Grand Nationals, and any of us who compete, see that and maybe aspire towards it. But so I'm at this Jamie Aebersold camp, and I see this kid who, and when I say kid, I was at the time I was probably 21 years old, and this dude was like 16. So I know to you it's not a kid, and I don't mean to insult you, but to me at that point, it was like the way he played and for his age blew me away. And so in my mind, look at this kid, he's sick. I mean, he was playing circles around my saxophone teacher, who had went to North Texas and got his master's in music performance, and who played with the Stan Kenton Orchestra. Band directors, you might know who that is. Depending on your age, students, you have no idea, but it was a big name. And this dude was absolutely talented. My instructor was absolutely talented. But this kid at 16 years old, this student at 16 years old, was from Miami. And I'll never forget it. He even had this alto saxophone. It was a Selmer Mark VI, but it had a low, I want to say low A key on it was very crazy. And when this dude played, it was absolutely sick. It was mind-blowing. I could not believe. But I remember, on one hand, I was tempted to be jealous, but he was so good I couldn't be. You just had to marvel at his ability. But we've all seen it, a rising tide raises all ships. You get around people like that. And if you don't get intimidated or you don't get jealous of it, you start to admire it and respect it. And if you ever play in an ensemble of people like that, again, whether it's your band or drum and bugle corps or a jazz musician or whatever the case might be, you see that your game tends to come up. You surround yourself with really good players, all-state, all-star, all-region, whatever the case might be, and you get in that ensemble, all of a sudden you play better because you're around the cream of the crop. You know, and you may be fortunate, your band may be filled with people like that. And maybe you came from a junior high where it wasn't as good as what it is today. Or in elementary school if you started real young in junior high. You've been there before though, and if you haven't, I encourage you as a leader, you must get around a situation like that, because what it does is it takes you to a next level. I used to play in a band for about 10 years called Fat Hat. Great band, great group of guys, completely talented musicians. But every once in a while, we'd have one of our musicians substitute or sub out. They couldn't be there, so they'd invite somebody else to come in. And sometimes that was in the horn section. And it might be me, a saxophone player, and another saxophone player, or another trumpet player, another trombone player. And you know, I never, because at this point in the game I understood, I never got jealous about them coming into my space, because I knew what was about to happen. Number one, I was going to hear some great music. But number two, I was going to learn and grow. And it was always the same experience. And I can remember time and time again when I would just listen and learn and allow myself to enjoy that music, my game went through the roof. And all of a sudden I'm playing on a level that I never expected that I could play on. And as a leader, when we can fully understand that about the people around us, and we start to respect and admire the people that are around us playing, and we can give them the accolades, the respect, the attention that they deserve, it's going to do nothing but empower and improve us. And the same thing happens with our marching bands. You've got some people in your marching band who are very talented at what they do. They're good marchers, they're good musicians, they're good color guard, they're just talented. Admire that. Don't be jealous of that, and champion that. You know, as leaders, we're called to inspire superior performance. And we can do that in so many ways. Our attitude towards things, the accolades and the praise that we give the people around us, the acknowledgement, and then to come up and play on that level with them. So as a leader today, what I want to say is a rising tide raises all ships. Get yourself around people who are better than you. Don't fear that, because it will make you better, make you stronger, and then you can go back to your band and become better and stronger and help them become better and stronger. And realize throughout life, because we're on that track right now, throughout life, not just now, that attitude, that approach to things will serve you and set you apart from everybody else. So whenever you go to get a job, or whenever you go to get a promotion, or you're just in a space without a title, you're not the boss, you're not the manager, but you show up, and this attitude of I'm going to serve, I'm going to give, I'm going to champion the people around me, and we're all going to rise up together. Mark my words, hold on to this video. If you do that as a leader in the real world with your job, and ask your band director, they'll tell you, you're going to stand apart from everybody. Someone with a leadership attitude, a leadership mindset, someone who's there to serve, who's there to give, who's there to make the tough decisions, who's there to stand apart, stands out in a very positive way. And if you have a group of 10 people, I'd be willing to bet that 1, maybe 2, at most 3 out of that group of 10 are going to have that mindset. But it's how you show up, and it's what you're committed to, and it's the character, the honesty and integrity that you display. And you can start right now in the marching band space to learn and to develop that skill and that tool. And I promise you it's going to serve you throughout your life. So I hope this has served, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, people start to notice, and I know how to adjust. Leave a comment below. I read them all. If you have a question, please ask. If there's a certain video or something that you'd like me to cover that you haven't seen yet, leave it in the comments below. If I have access to a camera, I'll make you the video. And if you don't ask the question, somebody else will. Stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because you'll get an update every time I send out new videos. If you haven't been over my website to get my free training videos, 3 of them, and you like them, go over there. It's bandleadership.net or bandleadershipseminars.com. There's also a brand new leadership assessment that I put together for the band directors and or for the students that are supplemented by 2 free videos that I have in my online course, but I make them free to you guys so that if you're choosing leadership for the upcoming year or if you're aspiring to be a leader for the upcoming year, you can use those videos for free to prepare yourself. So until we talk next time, please remember, make the decision to go out there and inspire superior performance and take your game to the next level and inspire all of those around you. So until we talk next time, have a great day and let's talk soon.